it gives me great joy this afternoon as I heard all your sharings. I think all of us, more or less, are convinced that the ultimate purpose of every organization, particularly the parish, it is oriented towards mission. So much so that even the parishes, from what I'm hearing you, is no longer parochial-minded. It is not just building up your parish for your parish, but you are going to build up your parish so that your parishioners can be sent out for mission. So this idea of being missionary, evangelizing, I can see is taking roots after 12 years of my episcopate. So my takeaway for all this sharing is that really we are convinced the importance of mission. And that's the reason why we propose two important priorities out of the 5 on the question of lifelong formation for laity and for clergy, and also for building faith communities. Now, these two priorities, again, at the end of the day, are for what purpose? It might seem to be inward-looking because we are talking about formation. Formation is about discipleship, about forming disciples. And faith communities is about we sharing the faith together, growing in faith together. But again, it is not inward. If we want to underscore the importance of building faith communities and also a lifelong formation, it is again for the mission. Because without faith communities, without lifelong formation, we cannot talk about mission at all. And so mission is weak because there is no faith community to support us in our faith. We don't have people to journey with us in our faith. We are loners. And loners cannot make it because Jesus sent his apostles 2 by 2. But if we have faith communities, we will always be supported, and we know that we can overcome all trials. And so too with lifelong formation for laity and for the clergy. The other two, they are the enhanced, differentiated responsibility, unity in diversity. It's not to say these two are not important. They're important as well, but we can only do one thing at a time. 2 things at a time is already very difficult, impossible sometimes. The last is embracing synodality. Embracing synodality should be the thread that ties everything. Because you cannot form communities, you cannot have formation without synodality. So synodality is what that undergirds everything today in church. Because otherwise, we will not be in communion and we will not be a participative church. So I would want to think that embracing synodality is a work in progress. That even as we commit ourselves to our pastoral priorities of building faith communities and the question of formation, at the back of our mind is we need to do it in a synodal way. And so it means also that we need to actually form people as a basic presupposition for people to what we call embrace synodality. Now, even from the 2 priorities that we have chosen, lifelong formation and building faith communities, there are 4 items under each. These are quite a lot, How can we do so many things, So, let me be clear. This is a work in progress. We will do as much as we can. So, we are just saying it's not the other 2 not important or the other 3 not important. Of course, the other 3, those of us who are involved in the other 3 areas will have to continue to do what you can. But we just say, for us, for the next 2 years, We just want to focus on these two. Not to say the other three, we put it in the back burner and wait for 2 more years, then we start. It's ongoing. The emphasis is just that it's on these two. Because if you look at these two lifelong formation, the building faith communities, the families, and the schools, the youth, and different stages, accompaniment, all this, there are many, many activities going on. And I think this would be too much to handle. And in the end, we do everything, we do nothing well. So better we focus, be realistic, because our manpower is limited, our time is limited. Better be realistic. We just focus on 1 or 2, and we will see how. Now, how do we move forward? After saying all these things, having recognized what we desire to do for the church, I think the next step forward is to look to the implementation. In my mind, I will need further consultation with both the priests and those people, stakeholders concerned, on how we to move forward. But after this, what I will do is that I will form the Curia. I will get the Curia. Curia are those officers, and there are many of them, and that are working directly with under me, and also some of the commissions and organizations. So we will appoint the APC Secretariat, not the whole APC, the main people in the APC are working together with the Curia, because we need to have some continuity. So I would think, therefore, the APC doesn't mean that the work has been done. It's not even done. It's still continuing because there is no end. It's a work in progress. So the APC for the next 2 years, first and foremost, will focus the few people that we need to put them together with a Curia. The Curia will consist of the priest plus maybe the ED or whatever it is. Together, we will have to see to the implementation. Anyway, most of the things are concerned with the officers. OFC, catechesis, family life, they are all concerned with the officers. They are the people who are supposed to be in the know. But this time, they are supposed to listen to the proposals, to all the feedback, and they are supposed to look into it to see how to implement, to rectify, to advance whatever has been proposed. And the APC will be the ones that will guide them, and so they will also have their subcommittees to look into this. The APC, in the meantime, for the next 2 years, you have to start preparing for those other issues that we need to discuss, because you've got to start preparing for the next assembly. And the next assembly will not just be, again, some discussion. Next assembly, there will be 2 parts of the assembly. The first part will be on evaluation of what has been proposed. Then all the curious will be accountable. We have to tell the people, this is what we have done so far. Because I think evaluation, accountability is necessary. Otherwise, again, nothing is done. So the second part is to advance other, what we call, things for the diocese to consider. So the APC will continue in that manner, but the few fellows who have been appointed will be part of the Curia to oversee the implementation. Okay? So that is how I think we will move forward.